G'day legends, Mick here from Fin to Fin. Just going to do a little update. I got a little bit of motivation today, so I have pulled down the small tanks that were on that top row. They were little Kmart tanks, and I've set up, I haven't quite finished because there's one still to put there, but I'm setting up 8 of bigger tanks, so next size up there. And they're not quite 2-foot tanks, but they're the next size down from that. So depth 50 centimetres. I'm not 100% sure on height and width, but overall they're not smaller than them, slightly length and slightly height, but other than that, they're pretty good. So, and what I'm going to do with these is some of the fish I was going to get rid of. I'm going to put up here, so I'm going to put my Sturbicories in here, my Julii in here. I'm going to do my albino Crebensis, my common Crebensis, and then over here I am going to chuck my blue paradise fish pair, my chili paradise fish pair, and then I'll obviously have 2 more tanks which may hold some Histogramme. I've still got, I could put the angelfish in there, but the tank's probably not big enough for the angelfish. I'm gonna bring my other tank back in. So out here, I've kind of been destroying it because that's where I'm bringing the tanks from. But I'm gonna clean this tank out, which is like practically a 2-foot tank, but obviously upright. So on the stand, I'm gonna bring that back where it used to be there, and I'm gonna put the angelfish in there, and I'll drop a downlight on it. Make it look a little bit better. So then this room will be, well, it won't quite be finished because I still need those small tanks on this row here are going out, and I still need 8 more 2-footers to then complete the room for the time being. So yeah, so it was a good day anyway, Anzac Day today, so day off of work, done all the things we need to do, and then I spent a few hours out here getting these guys moved, getting the filters going, put some new airline, pumped a few new holes in it. So airline's just 19mm poly tube, garden poly tube, and yeah, I popped the holes in there and use the little blue adjusters there for the airflow. They're just off like Temu, probably, I don't know, not even like they're cheap, it's worth bugger all. So. But other than that, I've still got a couple of little fish when I move this one, still some baby German white guppies in here, so this has had about an 80% water change, so we'll see if they survive. I should catch them out and move them, but other than that, everything is going well. I will spend a bit more time out here. I've got the next 2 days off, so I'm going to give this a good tidy up. I'll get that next tank in, clean out some tanks, do a few water changes. Try to work out exactly what I want to do, and then I'll do a video like of each tank, like so next week, like a good tour of every tank. These guys will get moved up into one of those tanks. These are my breeding pair of just common Crebensis. They're actually quite a nice fish. I actually like them. And the colours aren't spectacular, but they're not terrible when they're fry. The last lot of fry is still in there. I should get them out because they look like they're going to breed again, but I don't want them to. But I should take them out just for their own. I don't know if they would kill them or not. I really don't know. There was a lot in there, and now I'm not seeing a lot, so maybe they have, because she's clearly, he's in the cart. Yeah, they clearly want to lay eggs again, and they're chasing the babies away. So I'll get them out in the next couple of days. I'll just let those tanks settle up there. I may even throw these couple of random swordtails up there as well. A few pairs, she's pregnant, but they eat the fry straight away, so waste of time even trying to breed these guys. Unless you're going to separate them. They're long fin, lie tails. They're black fin, those ones. These ones are a Simpson lie tail. So they're nice fish, but just eat their bloody fry. Ridiculous. So anyway, so I've moved the other generation of my experiment guppies into here, so from the small tanks. So we'll see how they go. A few females sitting in those have their fry. Fry drops through the bottom and can grow up in the 2-foot tank. Simple as that. That's what we do, and it works pretty easy if you can be bothered catching the females and putting them in those tanks. So yeah, not going to be a long video. I just wanted to show you I've been lacking a bit of motivation the last month or so. So I got into it today, got them done. We get that other tank. I'll get that in tomorrow. There's no dramas. I've got it. It's just got to pump a bit of water out of it and move it. So then that'll be done. And then the only thing I need to do to finish the room is the 8 2-footers. Those small 5 Kmart tanks will move back out here. So, and this will be the next. What I do in here, I don't know. It needs a good clean up and a good sorting out. It's actually not a bad. It's only a small room, but it actually holds a fair few tanks, so more tubs. But I've just kind of used it for bits and pieces, and I throw shit everywhere, and as you can see, and then it just gets messy. More tanks on this side. Yeah, so, and then all the small tanks I've got up there, they're not real big, but what I was thinking of doing is building, or just making a small bit of shelving. So I've got these little ends here where I just, nothing, they're just kind of wasted. So I was thinking of just getting some timber or some square tubing and just like sitting some bricks down, put some tubing, put 2 small tanks up and have it say below that shelf, so it wouldn't go any higher than that shelf, but then having say, what would I have there, at least 6 of those small tanks on each side, just as emergency tanks for fry, maybe some betta fish, which I've never bred the betta fish, and I wouldn't mind just getting a pair just to experiment with. So that's what I want to do with that space, I'm thinking. And that just uses those tanks because they're sitting there empty. Baby shrimp could go in there before they're sold. I'm sure something would be fine in there. Yeah, so that's it. I'll do another video next week. I'll do a tank tour of all of them. They're all going well, but they just need a bit of a clean up. This hot weather seems to have buggered off, so we're pretty good here now. But yeah, I'll just zoom out so you can kind of see. So the room's coming along, and once that 3rd shelf is done, and it's not just a big pile of rubbish that I've put there, it will actually look really good. I'll do that and paint the floor. I'm just going to paint it like a dark charcoal colour, and I reckon that'll do me for a while. So that's in the making. So yeah, 8 more tanks. So at $85, $90 a tank. So it's not cheap, unless I can find some cheap ones. But I want them all the same. Otherwise, you kind of do it all, and then it looks a bit weird. So, but the room from here is looking good. Pretty much I'm happy with it. So just need the 8 tanks. So other than that, that's all I wanted to do. Update you on a little bit of motivation that I had today. Got those tanks done, and then I'll next week I'll do a good video and a few other ideas that I've got. I'm not going to mention them yet, but I'm always thinking of something. But other than that, have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. Sorry the videos are just kind of been pretty average of late, but as the motivation comes back, we'll ramp it up and get back into it a bit, no doubt. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share, whatever it is you do on YouTube. I've got no idea. Yeah, and we'll go from there. Cheers, legends. Have a good one.